5等分の花嫁、夏の思い出も5等分。お兄ちゃん頑張ってね。
Hello and welcome to the Streaming Parson plays the Quintessential Quintuplets, Memories of a Quintessential Summer. And today, I might have to start a new route. Now, there's something I'm kind of worried about when I'm thinking about like starting a new route. See, in order to try and unlock as many like of like the image gallery, the galleries, you kind of have to like I unlocked a lot of the other route, but if I want to try and increase achievement rates for different characters, you kind of have to play each... How do I put this? I'd have to play the game like 6 separate times. And just focus on one girl every time to unlock the entire gallery. If I do that, then it makes the Let's Play way longer and way more padded out. Now, of course, like, I could kind of just skip a lot of the like the study phase stuff. Not need to read like as much dialogue, whatever. How do I put this? See, right now I only have like 2 things unlocked with Ishika. Now I don't know if a lot of these images here come from the Ichika dating route, or if they're unlocked throughout like a lot more of the study phase. Like, I got these 2 during the study phase. I don't know if all of this happens after like the study phase and goes straight into the dating phase. I might experiment with that, but I have another suspicion I need to confirm first. So I'm gonna test it. If I'm wrong, about how to get more of the CG unlocks. Not like it ultimately matters, because I'm not going to try and 100% the game. But if it's really unsatisfying, then I will have to play like each sister's route like a fresh run every time. Because my original plan was to be like, oh, I'll build the next study phase and focus on 2 sisters. And then you save Scum to have like 2 sisters dating routes kind of easily available. Instead of like doing the study phase like 6 separate times. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to test something first before we actually really dive into this play. And that is, I'm going to go back to this phase here, where last stream, we finished the study phase on our first survival run. And then I ended up getting the all route, because I didn't have enough affinity with any of the girls. I got them to easily pass the exam, which is useful information, because when I have to do subsequent playthroughs, I know that the studying part is like super easy. I like worried way too much about that. But what I'm gonna plan to do is try and set up save files that I can have like 2 sisters kind of high affinity points, and then use a save file for 2 sisters basically. There's no way to do it with 4 sisters. That's not gonna happen. So I'll probably pick like 2 sisters the next one. But before that, I want to confirm something. So I'm gonna go back to this route here. Where we started last stream's run and start in the same place. But I'm going to try and see if I can unlock the Ichika route, because I have a lot of affinity with her. And the way I'm going to do that is just focus everything on Ichika and trying to unlock an Ichika route. I'm hoping that like the intimacy point thing is enough. Alright, so now we're on day 13. So we're near the end. And if you remember, the girls are going to challenge Futaro to have the test earlier. So, right now, I have Ichika at 64 intimacy points. When she hit over 60, her condition changed to being in love. And I was like, ooh, that's good. And that gave her 4 stars. My suspicion is that I think 80 intimacy points is enough for 5 stars. I'm hoping that's enough. Because last stream, before we hit the all girls route, the one where he just hangs out with all of them instead of dating one of them, we got to 79 and it wasn't enough. Like, Ichika was still 4 stars, and that's what triggered the all route. But if I focus everything on Ichika, I should be able to hit 80, like enough intimacy for 5 stars. That's what I'm going to hope for. So that's going to be our goal. If it doesn't work, then we just go back to the beginning. That's the plan. So I want to see if my suspicions are correct. Now you're up to speed. Let's fix that real quick. There you go. Alright. So, this scene, we had this same scene play out on Thursday's stream. And this is when I saw that Ichika was in... Her condition changed from healthy to in love. And we have this cute little scene. Nah, we're not gonna skip it. Hmm? There's someone there? A slight warm, soft touch on my cheek. Could this possibly be... Ah! Good morning, you say. Ichika, what did you do? Nah, I'm good. I have a feeling that it would just be a pain if I knew.
もう釣れないな。そういうこと言うと、もう一度キスしちゃうぞ。
What?
よしよし、これで完全に目が覚めたね。
Hold on. What did you say? Was that feeling just now? No way. Could it have been? Nah, that couldn't be true. But wait. Nah, it couldn't be. Did you actually kiss me? I mean, how do I put this? Did we kiss?
やだな、風太郎くんってば本気にしちゃった？さっきのは指先で軽く押しただけ。結構それっぽかったでしょ。
Yeah, between like a finger touch and a kiss are two very different things. I wonder if this will develop into a case where I'm erased by this girl's father.
どう？がっかりしちゃった？
It's the other way around. I'm relieved. If you were the kind of person who attacks people in their sleep, we'd have to fix that.
おっと、熱血先生だね。でもそれって家庭教師の仕事超えてない？
A bit late to say something like that, don't you think? Well, I didn't expect you to be that kind of girl in the first place. What do you mean by that kind of girl?
信頼されてるな、私。さて、さあ早く着替えて。なんなら手伝ってあげよっか。
I refuse. Do you still fancy yourself as a preschool teacher?
あ、前のこと覚えてたんだ。じゃあ先に行って待ってるよ。二度寝しちゃダメだぞ。私たち何をすればいい？
Alright, I'm gonna make sure that I just focus on Ishika. Because I have 64 intimacy points, I'm hoping that I can push it high enough to be 5 stars. And I have to check what that number is. So when I do the next playthrough, I know what targets to hit. So we're still getting some information, basically. It doesn't really matter, does it? Because I didn't know that the studying phase, like, getting academic points was, like, easy. No, 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 no. That would screw everything up. Alright, we're just gonna hang out with just Ichika. Just snowball effects things. Don't worry about it. Alright, so intimacy point goes up by 5. I should have recorded this earlier. But every time you support one of the sisters during the like schedule time, you get 5 intimacy points. I should keep track of that better. Oh, they didn't have a conversation about getting fruit? Okay, I need information on how much cooking. Okay, so just keep record of support time during activities is 5 intimacy points. Cooking is 3. But they only get like 1 cooking per day. An answer still unseen. think this is the part where Nino challenges to do the exam. So if it is, we just get skip this.
ねえ風太郎くん、ちょっと聞き
Yeah,
たい
yeah,
ことがあ
it
るんだ
is.
けどいい？
What?
私日焼けしたかな？風太郎くんから見てどう？
I don't mind going to the dialogue again. Huh? I don't think your skin has changed that much. I wonder... You're using sunscreen, right?
もちろんこまめに塗り直しもしてる。でもここは結構日差しが強いでしょ？焼けてないってことはなさそうだな。
Are you that curious? Miku and Nino are also worried about their skin.
男の子にはあんまりない感覚だろうね。
That's true of most guys, fair. Just guy things, I guess. There are some guys who do care a lot more about their skin routine. But I'm not one of them, so...
やっぱり日焼けってお肌には良くないし、日焼け跡が残っちゃうと着られる服も限られちゃうんだよ。
See, that's one of those things guys just don't care about. Guys wear what they wear. And for the most part, they don't care.
あと、私の場合は仕事にも響きそうだから。
The actress thing, though, does make sense for Ichika. On your work.
撮影途中で日焼けしちゃって、後半のシーンだけ小麦色の肌になっちゃったなんてシャレにならないでしょ？他にも衣装を着た時日焼け跡が見えたら台無しになっちゃうかもしれないよね。
Being an actress must be tough. Even in your private life, you can't relax without having to think about how it'll affect your work.
まあね、そういうのも含めて役作りで演技だし、やりがいでもあるんだ。
That makes one of
ところ
us.
で日焼けといえば、君はどうなの？
I don't really care. That is such a Futuro answer.
じゃなくて、夏の思い出の1ページに小麦色の肌は必要だって思う派？
What are you talking about?
だから小麦色の肌は好みかってこと。
Hmm.
お？考えてるね。
Appearances mean nothing, right? It's about what's on the inside. No, that's not it. It's about being with me. No, that's not it either. Sorry, can't really explain it well.
そうだね。こっちこそいきなり変なこと聞いてごめん。でもありがとう。答えようとしてくれて。 ちゃんと風太郎の指示に従うよ。
Okay, so Intimacy 72 is still not 5 stars. Gotta keep track of that. Really, there was no like support with I don't know, I just got nothing else for her to do. And I'm support with Ichika? Okay. The snowball effect is crazy though. It's like an inevitability. Okay, so that's what? 5 more intimacy points? No one's in risk of low mood yet, so we're okay.
誰がライハちゃんと料理をす。
Yeah, this part don't matter that much.
料理はどれにする？ 次も。
I don't need to worry about any of those numbers. Okay, we're gonna skip this one actually. Because we already went through this scene and we're not doing a Yotsuba route. We may come back to this when we do the Yotsuba route. Okay, 77 intimacy, still 4 stars. Whoops. Just break with all of them, because once again, the numbers don't matter. We're just trying to get affinity points with Ichika. That's all that matters right now. And the break in free time is too broken. I think that should have been nerfed in the game. 50 points is way too much. Okay, this is new. Of course I'm okay. They're just rows of characters. Each one represents an element, right? Even chemical formulas are based on simple rules that anyone can understand once they've studied them. There's really nothing difficult about it.
難しいよ。元素記号はたくさんあるし、化学式だってごちゃごちゃして何が何だかわかんない。こういうルール最初に決めたの誰なんだろう。後になって私たちみたいな子が困るって想像しなかったのかな。
Well, the thing about like what Ichi is probably referring to is that like when you have like chemical combinations, you're just putting like the symbols of each element kind of one after another, and it makes like a sequence of letters that almost looks nonsensical. And I think that's what Ichika's complain about, where they're like, oh, did they imagine that young people would have a hard time understanding this? But it's one of those things where like a chemist would try to explain to a common person like, this is what this thing is made of, all these different things. And without showing like, I don't know, like a special picture of like what's happening on like an atomic level, expressing it with letters like this is the best way they can do it, and it's not easy. Like trying to explain something that complex. You're just lashing out. It's totally defined. What? It's totally defined to be easy to understand. That was weirdly worded.
それは勉強ができる側の人の意見です。科学のファンを増やしたかったらもっとわかりやすくサービスしなきゃ。
What do you think of the hard work of our predecessors, who continued to diligently study and laid the basis for today's chemistry?
科学の基礎ね。昔は科学も魔法みたいなものだったんでしょ？
Well, all science was kind of like magic, quote unquote.
それを解き明かしたのはもちろんすごいけどさ、科学の大元を作ったのってもしかして神様なのかな？
I mean, not wrong, but there's a better way of explaining that. I don't know.
知らないってどういうこと？風太郎くんなら知っててよ。
What do you mean I know that? It's not like they're made by God. It's the law of It's the laws of nature.
そうは言うけど、水素も酸素も見えないのに、なんでくっついたら目に見えて触れる水になるの？怖くない？神様の仕業って思わない？
I don't know. One can't explain chemistry I don't know. One can't explain chemistry thoroughly. Shall I explain it to you now?
長くなりそうだからパスで。
Ugh. She's supposed to listen with admiration. The did God make science debate. Where it's like, conceptually, when we understand like God as the necessity of all things to exist, then like God made everything by that argument. Which is like not wrong, but I know a lot of people don't like the oversimplification of just like the God of the gaps. If we don't know something, we just say God did it. That's also kind of not a great argument. Okay, 80 intimacy. Is that enough? Oh, we gotta do dinner first, though. That means for like the next run, I'll just have like Nino and Miku do all the cooking so that I can raise her affinity up. Well, assuming that if I can get, or Ichika, depending whichever one if I have to do Ichika and Nino first. I'll take it.
ライハちゃん、料理って何かコツとかあるの？コツか。そこはやっぱり愛情かな？愛情。
Not wrong, but an oversimplification.
愛情。お兄ちゃんもそう思うよね。
Why ask me? Isn't it just practice? Hey, Scott Days, welcome to the stream. Yo, the Quintessential Quintuplets. I just recently finished the 5 Memories of Summer. Okay, like this game, right? Yeah, you just finished it? Okay, don't spoil anything. I've only gone through the all route on my first playthrough. I'm experimenting to see what certain stat bench lines I have to make for the next playthrough. No spoil? Yeah. I think I have this game generally figured out. But anyway, welcome to the stream. I assume you're a QQ fan, so I'm glad you're here. You know, that's not Raya isn't wrong. You know, it's like dishes are made with someone in mind when you cook. Yes, you are. You should have been. Are you a Nino fan? Are you a Nino fan? Maybe she's not wrong. I am indeed a Nino fan. You know what, brother? You would be both. I'm a huge Nino fan. But I kind of disagree that Futaro should not be with her. Like, Yotsuba is the correct choice. But I do like Nino's character arc a lot. I really like her as a character. I like her as a person. Even though I do agree with how they went about the choices made in the story and the intentions made. By mainly the editor. I can't remember the edit. What do you remember off the top of your head what the editor's name is? Because I remember in an old interview, Haruba Neji, the writer, actually wanted Ichika to be the girl Futaro ended up with. But the editor didn't like that, so Neji decided to change it and make it... Neji made it Yotsuba. And then made a more compelling story out of that arc. I have a whole discourse about that. You can go watch the other playthrough of the sequel game that I did. Shameless self-promotion, but I did a whole discourse on that in that video series when I was going through the different dating routes in that game. But I too am a massive Nino fan, so you have found a kindred spirit in me, Scott. You could probably guess my favorite line in the entire manga. Anyway, maybe she's not wrong in saying that. If you're thinking it's for that special person, you'll be more careful. Well, that's half true, Futaro. It's one of those things where, like, because you cook for a particular person in mind, I mean, you are quote-unquote more careful in a sense. But at the same time, like, the way you cook, you're not just doing, like, a performance plate, if you will, for, like... Okay, let me try and explain this better. So, when I cook for, like, a family gathering, right? I'm very careful on, like, presentation when I cook for them. When I'm cooking for my wife, you think I care about that? Like, I obviously don't. Like, when I cook for my wife, I just cook what she likes. and then she doesn't complain, right? Like, so that love that comes from our relationship, it has me be more relaxed when it comes to like presentation, but at the same time it's like, okay, the stuff I make is because she likes it. And my daughter just has to be okay with that. Your second choice was Miku? Okay. I am not as much of I'm not a huge, like... Okay, let me put it this way. It's not that I don't like any of the sisters. And I made the joke that, like, my favorite Seiyu voices my least favorite Nakano. But with that said, just because Itsuki's my least favorite Nakano does not mean I dislike her, let alone any of them. But I also put, like, at least Yotsuba above Miku. I even put Ichika above Miku, honestly. But that doesn't mean I don't like Miku.
ねえ、風太郎。今度から風太郎の食事にだけおまじないかけていい？
Do I get the clover, the red balloon? Like, which one?
おいしくなあれみたいな。
Oh, you're gonna write something down. Okay. What is that?
おいしくなあれって料理に念じる。
Delicio and cute, right? You never played Memories of a... Oh, wait, which one did you say you finished playing then? You never played M.A... Yeah, that's the one. That's this one. This is Memories of a Quintessential Summer. Are you talking about the one that takes place after high school? Are you talking about the second game? 5 Memories Spent with You? Which doesn't take place in summer, so it feels like I'm asking the wrong question. Yeah, that one doesn't take place after summer. It's supposed to take place in spring. 5 Memories Spent with You. It takes place in April. So I got confused when you said, like, 5 Memories of Summer. Because this one takes place in summer. 5 Memories Spent with You takes place in April. As I've explained in my first stream of this game, this game kind of takes place in like a hypothetical, like, alternate timeline of the mangas, like, after chapter 93, which was Sister Wars, the end of Sister Wars.
おまじない。
The conversation is just going in circles. Anyway, I don't need that kind of theoretical stuff. Normal is fine. Normal.
じゃあ、代わりにハートマークとかケチャップで書いてあげようかな。
Your sister's gonna be pissed if you're being that obvious, but okay.
それかわいいかも。
Stop! How many times do I have to say normal is fine?
それが普通になるくらいにやればいい。
No way! That becoming normal is impossible. Have you ever seen 100 Girlfriends by any chance? I don't like that story. I read part of the manga and I quickly did not like it. It's bad. I watched like a couple episodes to see like some of the seiyus, but similar to Rent a Girlfriend, you can have an amazing acting crew. You cannot save a story that bad. Okay, the moment of truth is, do I have 5 stars yet or do I need more? In 4 days?
うん、確かにそう言ってた。4日後のお昼前、迎えの船が島に着くって。
Oh, hang on. stupid ass spam callers and shit. Anyway, I think the problem, I should give a more nuanced opinion. I can't just say like I dislike it and not explain why I don't like it. So the reason why I don't like the 100 Girlfriends is that like Rintaro, is that his name? The main character? Rintaro? Or am I thinking of a different harem story? Anyway, Rintaro, I don't think Rintaro, like, he doesn't warrant what makes... Okay, let me backtrack a bit. If you want to try and sell a romance story, let alone like a harem story especially, you have to like justify why like women fall for the guy. Even in like just a simple love triangle story, you need to warrant why women would be attracted to a guy who's normally not having luck with women in the first place. So the reason why Futaro works is that Futaro has a very clear character arc with himself. Even yes, you could have like the growing plot that all the sisters are going to fall in love with him. The story justifies that with his character arc. Futaro's character arc, in a nutshell, is the idea that he has to grow out, he has to mature by growing out of his perceived belief of what it means to be a person and grow into what it means to be a man. And so a way of thinking about it is Futaro learns that he doesn't need to be a smart boy. He needs to be a good man. That's Futaro's character arc. And that's the major point in the second major story arc in the Quintessential Quintuplets, which is the 7 Goodbyes. The 7 Goodbyes sells what makes Futaro like what justifies the 5 sisters falling in love with him. Because he grows out of that be a smart boy, be a good man. And with Futaro, it's done in a very convincing way. And so when Nino comes around, because she's supposed to be like the last, well, Itsuki's kind of the last sister that comes around with her feelings, but I've already made that discourse about how Itsuki screwed up by being too late. But when Nino kind of starts showing her feelings, that is the culmination of like Futaro is a good man. He's not just a smart boy, he's a good man. And the story warrants the fact that all these other, like, the 5 Nakano sisters all fall in love with him. But Rintaro in 100 Girlfriends doesn't warrant that. And it's one of those things where, like, people hate the whole, like, the gods just let him have a harem. Because it's his having multiple women in his life, it's unwarranted. And that's a bad story. Okay, I remember not liking Nino in the second season because she was a tsundere and had a problem. But she grew on me when she liked Futaro. This series made me cry. But okay, so Scott, with that being said, the reason why Nino falling in love with him was a major plot device in the story is because Nino falling in love with Futaro is the result of Futaro's character arc, that he's not a smart boy anymore. He's a good man. And Nino recognizes that. Of course, Miku and Ichika and Yotsuba, and even Itsuki to some extent, they recognize that earlier in the story. But Futaro's still trying to figure that out with himself. When Nino falls in love with him, that confirms that Futaro is a changed person, that he's not just a smart boy, he's a good man. And that is a good character arc. And that warrants him having like multiple women being in love with him. Rintaro does not warrant that. And that's why I think 100 Girlfriends is generally not good. I know that was kind of like a wishy-washy explanation because I had to use the Quintessential Quintuplets to explain why 100 Girlfriends doesn't work. Like, that's a difficult explanation to come up with in a vacuum. But like, Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend, I can easily explain why that one is bad, right? Like, Kazuya in Rent a Girlfriend, he's a total simp and he's so down bad. And him constantly like being in his pervy mentality is no, you said it well, Scott. Like, Kazuya is super cringe when he's like just so down bad for like Mizuhara. Hell, not even just Mizuhara, but like when he's like fantasizing about like Mami getting with other guys, and then he like makes himself feel worse because of that. Like, it's so cringe. Rintaro, like, people would justify Rintaro because Rintaro is not like a total down bad simp. And, okay, respectable. But the problem Rintaro has in 100 Girlfriends is that Rintaro does not warrant why women would fall in love with him. Like, the reason why women do is because... Excuse me. The reason why women even, like, take interest in him is because of, like, god magic. That just makes them fall... Like, that just makes them fall in love with him. And therefore, it's bad. But the reason why Quintessential Quintuplets, like, really... captivates me is because Futaro has a very good character arc. I dropped after season 4. I was so mad I got copyright strike from reacting to Rent a Girlfriend. Yeah, I don't bother doing any of those kind of react videos because you can never be sure with that. That copyright, especially when it's a big IPs, right? Like Rent a Girlfriend. Like when I do my D4DJ stuff on the channel, like D4DJ is like very niche. It's a lot smaller, so like I can get away with a lot of stuff. But there's no way, like with Rent a Girlfriend, there's no way I get away with any of that. It's an honor, man, to be the first to chat with you about this great series. QQ? Hell yeah, brother. I wish there were more people, right? We need to get more people. Okay, this is the part where Nino does the whole like challenge with the exams. I wonder... This will have to be something I see in like the next playthrough, but I wonder if it changes based on like your affinity. I kind of doubt it though. I feel like this is a set script moment where it's like, okay, we're gonna do... Nino wants to push the test to be earlier. I'm just gonna skip this part actually, because okay, so TLDR, if you don't know, the girls thank him for like getting them this far already because we survived almost 2 weeks. And then Nino challenges Futaro by saying like, let's take the exam earlier so we can use the last few days before the rescue boat comes to have fun. So I'm just gonna skip this part. So Nino suggests that, yeah, we're gonna do the test early. And it... Okay! 5 stars for Ichika, which means we're gonna get the Ichika dating route. Put note of this. 80 intimacy points is what I need for 2 girls in the next run. So that we can just have like a one save file for 2 runs instead of doing like the study phase like 6 more times. I can cut that down to like just two more after this one. So the plan is to do a Miku and Nino save file, and then we'll do a Yotsuba Itsuki save file. And then if I really am in the mood, we might do the Raiha route, because that one actually seems like the more difficult one now that I think about it. So now that we know, we're still gonna study something with Ichika. Let's do a social. Did I do enough history studying with her? Because we're not gonna do a lot of focus with Ichika after this. We're kind of done because we're gonna unlock the Ichika dating route and then move from there.
ねえ、この山の名前とか地域の名前ってさ、覚えても使うことってほとんどないんじゃない？
That's not the point, Ichika. Come on.
今はスマホですぐに地図を調べられるし、おまけに案内までしてくれちゃうし。
You're so naive. Don't always think you'll have your phone with you. And if you store it as knowledge, you won't need a smartphone. You won't have to charge it or pay for the electricity.
確かにそれはそうだけど、今はスマホがないと不便じゃん？
Well, we'll leave the smartphone talk there. Geography's really not just about memorizing the names of places.
そうなの？土地名当てクイズみたいなものだと思ったけど。
Maybe in grade school. Ichika, do you know how a piece of land came to be called by its name?
誰かが最初につけた名前をみんなが後から使うようになったとか？
Sure, that could be the case, but there must be an origin, right?
由来？
A historic building that was there, or traces of great battles, tragic disasters. A name shows the history of a place, carved into the earth. Even if people forget, the land remembers. Look at Futuro being the poet.
へえ。
What do you think? Interesting, right?
急に風太郎くんが詩人みたいになって面白かった。
Yeah, I know you'd like that. What? I didn't intend to do that. I'm being serious. Anyway, it's not about memorization. Studying this is about understanding a place based on its origins.
なるほどね。由来を知ることで横のつながりや広がりも勉強していくんだね。
Yeah. Correct. Oh, that was a short dialogue. Wait, what? Only 3 intimacy points? Huh. I guess it's not as consistent as I thought. Who's my favorite of the Nakanos? It would be Nino.
ニノなら確実ですけ
どの料理を作るの？すごくおいしい。
Okay, maybe I don't understand the intimacy system as well as I thought. Before it was like, what, now I got 5 points here? Or like 3 points. No, I got 3 points because I have 3 points for studying social studies with Ichika. Even though I thought the studying gives you 5. Maybe it's 3 every time and I just miscounted earlier. So it's 3 intimacy points every time that you do an activity with a sister. And then there's like other factors too to increase it, like when you have conversation with them as you increase. That was not worded very well, but you'll see it later when we, well, not this stream because we're gonna do the dating route, but when I do the next playthrough with Nino and Miku, there'll be like little events that happen, and that gives you a chance to raise your intimacy as well. But basically, the rule of thumb is 3 every time. Every cooking session is 3. Every focus study or gathering moment is also 3. That's good to know. I should have recorded that way more in the last 3 streams. Okay, this part we're just gonna skip because I already know I'm gonna pass the exam. I like the exam part is like easy, but to be fair, the game makes us like, if you don't pass this part, the game ends. This looks better than the movie one already. I don't know. Well, the movie, the animated movie was, I kind of didn't like the way that they did it. Honestly, like, they should have just made a season 3 instead of rushing it in a movie. They should have just made 3 seasons. And if they really want to do the movie, then they should have done more with like the post, like the honeymoon as like a movie. Not the... See, that's what they should have done. They should have not done the OVA 2-episode for the honeymoon. That should have been the movie. And then the manga itself should have been a 3rd season. I did not like that they rushed some parts of it. Because there were some interesting beats they left out. Just because they rushed it. I feel like Dress Up Darling is going to be the same. Yeah, I'm worried about that. I kind of... Well, the problem with My Dress Up Darling is that they're in that weird limbo where, like, a movie may not be enough, but unlike QQ, My Dress Up Darling does not have enough for a 3rd season, unfortunately. because there's only one part left in the manga for the anime to use, and that's the Comiket. Because the second season did rush a little bit. Unless like, see, this is one of those things, the problem with like the manga of My Dress Up Darling ending already. Yeah, but see, at that point, if it's only 6 episodes, that's where you make a movie. And I agree with you. Like, that's the problem. That's the weird limbo that My Dress Up Darling is in. But when Quintessential Quintuplets finished the second season with the Sister Wars, there was still like almost 40 chapters. Well, it's about 30 as well, I guess. See, that's the weird limbo. Okay, alright, here you guys go. Here's your test. That's what he said earlier. I'll pass out the questions now. Ichika, here are yours. That's always the case. Besides, it's not like there's any fancy computers or printers here. Right, next is Nino's test. Obviously, all of you have different academic abilities. Therefore, what I taught each of you here is completely different. I will make sure that you have learned from our classes on the island. You hate how animes discontinue sometimes. They have to look at the manga, how the manga sells and merch. That's part of it, but the other thing that's really, like, it's just one of those sad realities of, like, the industry as a whole. Is that, like, writers get tired. That's what it comes down to. The reason why My Dress Up Darling ended the way that it did is because, like, she just got tired. She wrote the thing for like 4 years and was like, I'm kind of tired. And especially with like Japan's work culture and like a mangakin's work the culture of like a mangakin's life is extremely, it's rough, to put it mildly. And so this happens to it happens to all of them, really. Unless you have like multiple writers. And even then. You're all serious about this, right? It's good manners for me to do my best too. Here, this is Miku's test. Oh. Yotsuba, here's yours, and the last goes to Itsuki. You guys don't need to worry about that. Hurry up and take your seats. This is a test, so there will be also a time limit. The questions you can solve in time will count again. Sorry, the questions you can't solve in time will count against you. Now, begin! I'm just gonna skip this part, because I already know they're all gonna pass. Them passing is the easy part.
では、テスト開始。1か。約束通り、これで残り2日はバカンスだな。
Now we move to the next part of the game. Yeah, sorry for making you wait. I'll announce the results right away.
どうぞ。全力を出したから大丈夫なはずよ。私も。
I assume this will be the same every playthrough, so maybe in subsequent playthroughs we'll skip it. All of you passed.
やったー！おめでとう！
まあ当然だけどね。
ええ、手応えは感じていましたから。
I made the problems difficult with the future in mind, but to be honest, the scores are surprising. Good grief, how much do you guys just want to go out and play?
遊びたいのもあるけど、一番は風太郎にお礼をするためだよ。
そうよ。心を込めておもてなしするから覚悟してね。
上杉さん？
About that. I've thought about it a bit since you guys told me yesterday.
え？何を？
Of course, I know the reason you guys invited me here. Keeping that in mind, I feel a bit weird being all thanked by everybody. It's being so one-sided and all. You five have taught me so much as well. Oh, whoops. That was awkward. So the feelings are... Oh.
でも、私たちの方が上杉さんにたくさんお世話になってますよ。そこは自信持って言えます。自信持つとこじゃないけどね。
It's not a matter of who did more. I don't want to be the only one being thanked. We only have now to enjoy this summer. And now it's not just me here, but Raiha, and you guys too. A fact that I'd like to cherish more.
上杉くん。
なるほど。それが風太郎くんからの注文か。ゲストである風太郎くんの望みなら、もてなす側の私たちは当然受け入れないとね。
いちか？私にもわかるように言ってもらえると。今年の夏は今しかない。それは私たちだって同じ。だから。
Yeah, something like that.
ほー。なら一緒に楽しんで同じ思い出を作るのが一番のおもてなしになりそうね。
おお、それなら私にもわかります。任せてください。上杉さんにもライハちゃんにも最高の夏の思い出をプレゼントします。夏の思い出ですか。そうですね。みんな一緒ということなら。
じゃあ明日から2日間、みんなで思いっきり夏を満喫して思い出作り。ってことでいいんだよね、風太郎くん。
Summer memories, huh? A year ago, I definitely would have snorted at those kind of words. However, yeah, I'd really appreciate that.
こっちこそ。ライハちゃんも一緒に楽しみましょうね。
ふうくんとやりたいことがたくさんあるもの。2日間じゃ足りないくらいだわ。
となると計画的に遊ばないと。どうしましょう、上杉さん。まずは夏休みのしおりを作りますか？
If we have time to make that, we should have fun instead. I'm actually really excited to spend the rest of the summer with them. These quintuplets, they've changed me. We got the 5 sets of Ishika. We got it. Memories, quintuplets, and you.
さて、やってみるか。
Wait. Okay, yeah, we're in the Ichika route. Okay. I got confused there for a second. Let me just make a quick save real quick. Well, it's about time to hit the hay. I bet a bunch of stuff will happen tomorrow, too. Ugh, what's that sound? A nocturnal animal? It's a person. I can't really tell from behind, but perhaps Ichika? It's careless to go out alone at such an hour, even for her. I'll go see what's going on. Huh? Where is she? Did she come to look at the ocean at night? There she is. Oh, she don't look so happy. She looks a little sad. What's going on? With such a somber look? I wonder if I should talk to her. Alright then, if I just leave her like this, I won't stop wondering and won't be able to fall asleep. Hey, Ichika, what are you doing at this hour? Stargazing or something?
誰？
It's me.
なんだ、風太郎くんか。もうびっくりさせないでよ。
Sorry. Right when I was about to go to bed, I saw you walking outside from my window. What do you think you're doing, wandering around at this hour? Wait, if I start interrogating her, I need to be delicate here, right? Is there a star we can only see at this time of year? Let's see, the constellations in this region, at this time of the year.
風太郎くんって星座にも詳しいよね。テストには出なさそうだけど。
I don't necessarily think that tests are everything, you know. Though my way of thinking changed when I met these guys.
じゃあなんで詳しいのかな？
Its general knowledge really is that. Its general knowledge really not very impressive. And well, maybe I'll get involved in astronomy in the future, you know.
君が天文学者？想像できないな。私、夏の星座なんてサソリ座くらいしか思いつかないよ。
No, the representative constellation at this time of year should be the Great Summer Triangle.
三角形の星座？有名だったっけ？
Yes, but hold on. The Great Summer Triangle isn't a constellation. Hey, look in the direction I'm pointing. There are some stars that look like a cross, right? Among them, Deneb is the bright star. The other bright stars around it are Vega and Altair, which, when connected, form the Great Summer Triangle.
ああ、なんとなく三角形に見えるようになってきた。
The three stars in the triangle are part of the Cygnus, Lyra, and Aquila constellations.
へえ、それぞれ別の星座の星なんだね。
By the way, each of these stars each have another name in Japanese. These names might make more sense to you.
何？
Vega is Orehime Boshi. The bright star there, Altair, is Hokaboshi over there.
ああ、なるほどね。聞いたことはあったけど、こうしてちゃんと見るのは初めてだよ。
It's hard to see even the brightest stars in the city's summer night sky.
織姫と彦星といえば、七夕伝説だね。年に一度のロマンスだ。
Of course. Yeah, romance. I thought you'd say that.
いつもそんな感じに勉強を教えてくれたら、もっと興味持てるのにな。
I don't need any romanticism in my studies, so that's not happening.
だよね。
However, sometimes there is romanticism in knowledge, so you have to find that yourself.
はーい、わかりました先生。でも、これはずっと覚えていられそう。天の川を挟んで、織姫と彦星は見つめ合ってるんだって。なんだか、この話を聞いたら元気出てきちゃった。
So that means you weren't feeling good?
あ、
Are you worried about something?
大丈夫。明日から何して遊ぼうかって考えてただけ。
Is that so? Good then.
君のおかげで、今日はいい夢見られそう。それじゃあ、おやすみなさい、風太郎くん。
Yeah, good night. I should get some sleep too. Well, there's no use worrying about anything right now.
さあ、今日からが本番ですよ。2日間思いっきり楽しみましょう。風太郎、今日は何をしたい？
Huh? Me?
みんなで楽しむとしても、風太郎がゲストなんだから。そうですよ。当然上杉さんがしたいことが優先です。
Huh, it's tough when you ask me so suddenly. It's not like there's anything specific I want to do. Besides, it's about building memories with you guys. So it's okay for you to do whatever you... It's okay for you to do whatever you want, right?
まあそうなるか。みんなの思い出だもんね。
So what? Any ideas?
私もこれっていう具体的なものは思いついてないな。
I see. How about everyone else? Is there something who'd like to do something today?
あ、そうだ。海水浴。
上杉さん、私は山登りを提案し
Oh no! You're gonna make me choose between those
せっ
options?
かくですし、この島の一番高いところに行ってみませんか？あ、それ楽しそう。頂上までは疲れるからパス。ハイキングみたいなゆるいのなら賛成。
Ha!
でしたら、私はバーベキューを提案します。
Barbecue sounds nice, actually. Isn't it a bother to gather the ingredients for said barbecue?
それは現地調達すればいいのでは？
You know, not like we haven't been doing that for like the last 2 weeks.
食材を集めるだけで日が暮れそう。ではオリエンテーリングにしましょう。食材が取れる場所をチェックポイントにしてみんなで持ち寄るゲームにするんです。そして最後はその食材でバーベキュー。どうですか？バーベキューに対する執念がすごい。
Hey, Itsuki knows what she wants. If we can't find food at that checkpoint, what are we gonna do?
だったらチェックポイントに食材を隠してそれを発見するゲームにするのはどうです？
チェックポイント？何の話をしてるのよ。
あ、ニノ、どこ行ってたの？
冷たいお茶が飲みたくって。はい、みんなの分も入れたからどうぞ。
わあ、はい、スティー、ありがとう。
Well, thank you.
それで食材を隠すって何の話？
そういうオリエンテーリングをしようって言ってたの。食材を見つけて持ち寄ってバーベキュー。
なんでそんなことをするのよ。わざわざ汗だくになって疲れなくてもいいじゃない。
Fair point.
じゃあニノは何したい？
もちろん海水浴よ。ふうくんと一緒に。
やっぱりニノは海派か。
何よ、あんたは山がいいの？
そう、この島で一番高いところ、てっぺんを目指すんだよ。だから頂上は無理。
So my headset must have been like too high volume to get a little bit echo. I think it's okay now though.
というか、ここでのんびりするのも悪くないかもって気がしてきてる。外は暑いし。
あんたね、それ言ったら終わるじゃない。
もう燃料の心配しなくていいから、エアコンもガンガンに効いてるもんね。ニノのお茶も美味しいし。そう言われてしまうと、ここで過ごすのもありでしょうか。
Oh no, everyone's starting to give up. If this keeps up, it's going to end with everyone just lazing around inside. Alright, I can recommend studying. Oh, Futuro. Wait, no. If I said something like that now, there's no doubt they would all attack me at once.
ねえ、だったらとりあえず泳がない？ここでダラダラして時間使ってももったいないよ。
Yeah, I was feeling like I'd like to swim. Actually, when Ichika suggested it earlier, I was thinking it was a good idea. Boom! That's gotta be way up points. How's that not way up? Yeah!
あ、そうなの？うんうん。せっかくなんだから嫌になるくらい泳いでおきたいよね。
When we get back from the island, we'll have a standard summer for entrance exams students. We've got to make the most of our summer vacation.
もう、なんでオチをつけるかな、君は。
I mean, is he wrong though? Alright then, shall we go swimming?
うん、いいよ。
Everyone's all suddenly on board.
泳ぎましょう。私も構いません。なら決まりね。じゃあ水着の準備だ。いつきさん、行こう。あ、ライハちゃん、走ったら危ないですよ。私、何か簡単な食べ物と飲み物を用意しておくわね。じゃあ私は倉庫からパラソルとか椅子を出してくるね。任せて。
手伝おうか？
平気平気。ミコはニノを手伝ってあげてね。
あらら、決まったらあっという間だね。みんな張り切ってるな。
Thanks for the help.
何が？
You had excellent timing for your swimming suggestion, as expected from the eldest sister.
別にそんなんじゃないよ。うちはいつもこんな感じで、ああでもないこうでもないって揉めることよくあるんだよね。だからこういう時のみんなのコントロール方法はよーく知ってるわけ。
Well, that didn't work out for you last time. Just said that. I don't see that. Even though the quintuplets were all born on the same day, Ichika sure is the eldest sister. This track is actually pretty killer. Hey, aren't you guys a little too excited? It's not my fault if you run out of steam quickly.
返事だけはいいわね。ちゃんと見張っといた方が良さそう。
Yotsuba's got enough stamina for it, but I'm worried about Raiha.
とりあえず泳ぐ前にパラソルやチェアを準備してしまいましょうか。
だね。一日ここで楽しめるように休憩所はちゃんと作っておかないと。
出ないと干からびそう。
わあ、ミクさん、大丈夫？もう疲れてない？
別荘が涼しかったから気温差で。
Just how far does Yotsuba intend to go? She's swimming while pulling Raiha on a float. Will she be able to come back safely?
風太郎、泳がないの？四つ葉たち気持ちよさそうだよ。
Yeah, maybe I'll swim a little.
じゃあ一緒に。
ふうくん、泳ぎに行くの？私も行くわ。
That's fine, but I'm just gonna swim, okay?
ふうくんと一緒ならそれでいいの。
If you're gonna come too, right, Miku?
もちろん行く。
Whoa, the water's pretty cold.
気持ちいい。
ほんと冷たくて最高だわ。
Ah!
気持ちいい？
Yeah, thanks so much. So please, allow me to return the favor!
甘いわよ。
Oh, that's salty. You've done it now, Nino.
ニノひどい。私まで巻き込んで。
いいじゃない。泳ぎに来てるんだし、濡れるのは当たり前よ。
風太郎。
Okay, Miku, we'll call this our common friend. Prepare yourself, Nino.
ちょっと二人がかりなんて卑怯よ。
Don't start a fight you can't finish. No use in arguing about it. Yeah!
村上水軍の力を見せる。大勝利。
何が大勝利よ。まだ終わってないわ。
Ugh.
まだまだ。
Miku, don't hesitate. Counterattack.
えい。
Oh, my arms are tired. I can't believe I got so engrossed in such childish play. The summer sea is a force to be reckoned with.
お兄ちゃんストップ。
Huh? Oh!
大丈夫ですか、上杉さん。
Oh.
よかった。怪我はないようですね。足元がおろそかですよ、上杉くん。
ごめんね、お兄ちゃん。私たち砂でお城を作ってたんだ。
Ah, and I stepped on it, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, Raiha. Even though you made it, I went and stomped on it.
うんうん。お城はまた作ればいいんだもん。
Oh, Raiha being a good sport about it.
甘やかしてはいけませんよ、ライハちゃん。きちんと責任持って作り直してもらいましょう。
What?
あなたが壊したお城はライハちゃんが丹精込めて作っていたものなんですよ。
Haha! Oh, I got it.
私もお手伝いしますね。さあ、立派なお城にしましょう。
Okay, I'll make an even more majestic castle. Watch now, Raiha. Anyway, when did you two come back, Yotsuba? Raiha?
結構前ですよ。お兄ちゃんはミクさんたちと水かけ勝負に夢中だったからね。
結局勝敗はどうなったのですか？
It was a draw. Miku got tired and went down. Look, Nino's taking care of her over there. By the way, what are Yotsuba and Itsuki making? They don't look like castles.
私はダムですよ。海までつなげる壮大なプロジェクトなのです。
How are you gonna... Wow, are you going to flow water through it?
はい。最終的には水門も動かせるようにしたいですね。
Out of what? A full-fledged dam, eh? And Itsuki, you're making... Oh, I've got it. That's a tabletop mountain in Venezuela. You really are eccentric.
ねえ。
At first glance, it looks just like a block, but it's warped in places displaying natural details, huh? It's actually very tasteful. You're doing a great job, Itsuki.
上杉さん、それテーブルなんとかじゃないと思いますよ。
It's a really crappy castle is what it actually is. Huh?
ケーキだっていつきさんが。
Oh. Huh? A cake? This? I see. It's a cake. It seems so filling. Leave it to Itsuki to make something so detailed.
作り直します。
Ah! I played around a little too much. I was the one who ended up getting a little too excited. I'll take a short break. Oh, next up, Ichika. Eh? Speaking of which... Oh, sorry. He's supposed to say, like, next up, Ichika. Hmm? Speaking of which, I never saw her playing around. Was she sitting here the entire time, perhaps? She looks like she's looking at her cell phone. We're out of range of any service. Was she taking pictures? She's worried about her job. Yo, you're gonna use your smartphone all the way out here? Look at what? What were you looking at something you shouldn't have? Why? That. What? Were you looking at something you shouldn't have? She's worried about her job, that's what it is. Well, whatever. You relaxing with your smartphone? That's no different than being at home. Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? You don't need to try very hard to hang out with us. Tell me, honestly. Really? In your case, it's possible that you're acting out of concern for everyone. I'm not saying that it's a character flaw or anything is wrong with you, but you don't have to worry about acting weird around me, you know. We don't even have service here to begin with, right? So what could you possibly be looking at? Nino, were you looking?
あの子、ここに来てから様子が変だったのよ。だから気になって。
Is that so? Nah, it seems to be nothing.
そうよね。何かあったとしても素直に話すイチカじゃないわ。
True. How do you think Sister Wars even happened? You're right. But it's certainly that she's been acting a little strange. I wonder what happened. There's no way I can just let this go. Okay. Hey Gauntlets, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Just more Quint story reading. It seems you still got some energy left. And question, any plans on voice acting? Probably not, because I have no, like, connections. You know, nowadays, like, it's all just nepotism in, like, the acting world. Even if I did go to acting school. It's a rough industry. And of course, everyone, like... The whole fear of AI thing, too, right? Like, I know a lot of people could make an easy argument that an AI can act better than I can, and they wouldn't be wrong.
そうですね。思いっきり遊んだせいか、お腹も空きました。塩で髪がベトベトよ。帰ったらすぐにシャワー浴びたい。じゃあこのままお風呂に入っちゃおうよ。賛成。あ、お兄ちゃんは一緒じゃダメだよ。
I understand that much.
水着なら別に構わないかも。
何を言ってるんですか？ダメです。絶対にダメです。私はいいけど。ダメです。上杉くんも変な期待をしないでください。
I'm not. You're the only one getting all riled up on your own. You know that, right?
そうよ。いつきは騒ぎすぎなのよ。こんなのちょっとしたジョークじゃない。
Yeah, if anything, blame Raiha. Raiha started the joke. Miku and Nino were just playing along with Raiha. It's Itsuki and Futaro who make the big deal out of it. Which is, once again, like, the whole, like... Itsuki and Futaro do think a lot alike, and they kind of just are embarrassed to admit that.
私は本気。
Miku, I'm asking you, please do not make this situation any more complicated. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
ねえ、いちかさんは？え？さっきまで後ろを歩いていましたが。
遅れてるみたい。
What's wrong with her? I wonder. I hope she didn't get hurt or something.
ちょっと様子見てくる。みんなは先に行ってていいよ。
Okay, thanks.
どうしたの？いちか。大丈夫？
ああ、ミク。なんでもない。ちょっと忘れ物したから。
What could you possibly forget?
怪しい。
本当だって、スマホを忘れただけ。
本当にそれだけ？
そうだけど。
いちか、少し様子がおかしいよね。
そうかな。いつも通りだけど。
もしかして私といるの辛い？
あのね、ミク。
いちかは私と一緒だと楽しめない？いちか。
そんなことないって。すごく楽しいよ。
The auto text is going really fast, but I assume, like, because this game is supposed to take place right after Sister Wars, they probably just wrote something like, it's still, Miku's got it in her head that, like, that, even though they got over most of their, like, differences in that story, there's still some lingering, like, oh, it can be a little hard sometimes to be around each other. Of course, like, in the manga, when Futaro invites them all to go to the swimming pool, they kind of let that go, and that's where, like, Miku and Ichika go down the slide together, and then Ichika says, like, oh, you're different, and then Miku's like, well, I don't have to be afraid anymore. But since that didn't happen in this timeline, if you will, maybe there is some, like, oh, it's a little uneasy because Ichika feels like she has to be on eggshells around Miku. She doesn't want to cause problems, especially in, like, okay, because of this game and all of our affinity points. Ichika's, unlike in the manga where she's... Okay, let me try and word this better. So in the manga, Ichika was able to completely suppress those feelings for Futaro. She learned to let go and be like, I won't let how I feel for him hurt my sisters anymore. That was Ichika's main conviction as a result of Sister Wars. But because I raised up the affinity points in this playthrough, maybe Ichika doesn't feel it's that easy. She can't just let that go.
さあ、みんなのところに行こう。遅れると風太郎くんの心配性が発動しちゃうかもしれないよ。
本当にそう思ってる？
あいつらはどうしたんだ？
Okay, it's back with Futaro and the other three sisters and Raiha.
食はまだでしょうか。
Hang on. Anyway. Well, thanks for waiting.
あんたそれ言うの何回目？もうちょっとだから我慢しなさい。水でも飲んでごまかしたら？
Today's dinner crew was Raiha, Ishika, and Miku. Alright. Hey, can I speak to everyone for a second?
どうしたの、フー君？妙に深刻な顔ですね。正直に告白して謝ってください。
Oh, will you give it a rest, Itsuki?
上杉さん、一体何をしちゃったんですか？
What are you why are you assuming I did something wrong?
それで本題は何？
Oh yeah, actually, it's about Ichika. Look at your reactions. Itsuki and Yotsuba have caught on.
ええ、ここ数日、イチカがぼーっとしていることがたびたびあったので、今日もあんまり遊んでいませんでしたし、誘ってもなんだか元気がないんです。上杉君も気がついていたのですね。
Well, yeah, I actually noticed yesterday. I can't help but feel like Ichika is all smiles while pretending it's nothing.
私が思うにホームシックじゃないでしょうか。家の枕が恋しくなったとか。それはないわね。じゃあニノは何だと思う？体調が悪いのかしら。あの子変に気を使ってそういうところで無理しがちだし。そうかな。熱があったりしたらさすがにわかると思うよ。ねえ、普段でしたら何かしら気づくとは思うんですが、今回はイチカが何かを隠しているように感じる以外よくわかりません。
A secret, huh? Speaking of hiding things, she was kind of hiding her smartphone.
え？スマホ？
Earlier at the beach, she was looking at it, even though there's no signal at the beach. And when I talked to her, she freaked out and hid it.
あなたが無理に覗き込もうとしたのでは？
No.
ビーチなら電波が届くんじゃないかって調べてただけじゃない？
Yeah, but we've been here for like 2 weeks and come on. Then there'd be no reason to freak out and hide it.
それもそうね。ねえ、思い切って本人に聞いてみるっていうのはどうかな？
Wait, isn't that dangerous? If we stir up trouble and she becomes more alert, then we'll have no way of knowing.
つまり、イチカに知られずにスマホの秘密を探れればいいんですよね。
Yeah, that'd do the trick. This sounds like a bad idea.
では、スマホをハッキングして。
Quiet, you. Who has another idea?
無視しないでくださいよ。ねえねえ、スマホをすり替えるっていうのはどう？
That won't work. All your phones are different colors.
それでイチカにバレる前にこっそり中を見ちゃうのよ。
Yeah, there are 3 things wrong with that plan, Nino. 1, your phones are all different colors. 2, her phone's gonna have a lock that is not gonna be easy to break. And 3, like, You don't want to breach trust like that. That will just... We don't want a sister wars too, okay?
確かに有効な手段とは思いますが、姉妹間とはいえ、そん
No.
なことをしていいのでしょうか。
No, because the last time you tried that, things went not so good.
そう言うなら何かいい案出しなさいよ。
それは
Just ask her.
ないならすり替え案で行くしかないわね。
I don't like this plan, Nino. I really don't.
ねえみんな、私重要なことに気がついちゃったんだけど。
Just ask her. And whose smartphone will we switch with hers?
聞いてくださいってば。
What? If it's something silly, I'll have you study until the morning.
鬼です。上杉さんは鬼の子です。いえ、鬼の親です。親玉です。
話が進まないから早く言いなさいよ。
Just ask her.
ね、私ね、
Joseph said, let's just ask her.
スマホにパスワードかけてるんだけど、みんなは違うの？
Oh, see, she brought up problem number 2 of what I pointed out earlier.
あ
Yeah, see? That's
確かにそうですね。イチカがロックをかけていないわけがありません。
yeah, dum-dums.
すり替え作戦もダメか。
You don't have to think too hard, right? The password you guys set, it's gotta be your birthdays or something. No!
それはちょっとバカにしすぎ。
Exactly.
スマホなんてプライベート情報の塊なんだから、セキュリティは固くするに決まってるじゃない。
Exactly.
そうですよ。誕生日なんて絶対にありえません。四つ葉もそうですよね。
Yotsuba's gonna be the one to be like, I totally used my birthday as the password.
当たり前じゃない。誕生日なんてありえないよ。
あんた、今すぐパスワードを変更しなさい。
いい案もありませんし、やっぱり直接聞くしかないようですね。
Yeah, just ask her directly. You should just open with that. It's dangerous, but we can't leave her alone like this. Look, it's either that or it gets worse. Just ask her directly.
じゃあ、ふうくんに任せたわ。
Why me?
私たちよりも、ふうくんの方が話をしてくれる確率が高いからよ。
I'd like to hear how you calculated that probability.
3予感、5つ子の感。
Intuition. Who can rely on that?
あ、この5つ子の勘はバカにできませんよ。そうですね。こう、なんと言いますか。空気感で相手の感情が分かったりしますから。
And that quintuplet intuition you're talking about is telling you Ichika won't talk to you?
そういうこと。
あなたへのお礼だと別荘に誘っておいて、こんなことを頼むのは心苦しいのですが。上杉さん、お願いできますか？
Well, what choice does he have? Anyway, I'll go ask her. In this state, you guys as well... What the hell? In this state, you guys as well as she can't enjoy yourselves.
ふうくん。
That is a turn of phrase we often don't use in English.
ありがとうございます、上杉くん。上杉さん、どうかイチカをお願いします。
お腹いっぱいだ。今日は遊んで疲れたし、このまま寝ちゃおうかな。
That first day sure went by quick. It's not good for your body to sleep right after eating.
おやおや、風太郎くんは勉強以外に体調管理までしてくれるの？熱心な先生だね。
What do you think I've been doing for the last 3 streams? Come on! Hey, I'd like some light exercise after our meal. Wanna take a walk together?
いいよ。
Is it? Really? He did not think that was gonna work.
おかしな風太郎くんだな。君が誘ったんじゃない。喜んでお付き合いするよ。
Okay, I got it. So let's head over there.
どうせならビーチまで行ってみない？私夜の海が見たいな。
No problem. Let's go.
夜の海って思った以上に暗いよね。でも星明かりが反射してなんだか幻想的。
It's dangerous, so don't go in, okay?
足首が浸かるくらいなら平気じゃない？
I don't know. On the edge of the waves, the ghost of a person who died in an accident at sea might come and drag you in.
その話、いつきちゃんならびっくりだろうけど、私には通用しないぞ。
This is the Ichika I know. So how do I approach this?
そういえば、昨日も一緒に星空を見上げたよね。
Yeah, that's right. Do you remember what I told you?
もちろん。あの辺りに夏の大三角形があるんだよね。
Not that! Do you remember the names of the stars?
織姫と彦星。
And the third?
忘れちゃったな。
He never said it.
もう一回教えてくれる？
Hey, don't get so close to me.
ねえ、風太郎くん。今私たち二人っきりだよ。
Yeah, that's true, but...
だから、どんな話をしてもみんなに聞かれないで済むわけだ。
What?
でしょ？そのために来たんだよね。
Ugh. How long have you known?
風太郎くんがぎこちなく私を散歩に誘ってくれた時から。
From the very start, then.
むしろその前の食事中からかな。風太郎くん何か言いたげな顔してチラチラ見てくるんだもん。
I'm pretty embarrassed right now. As expected, an amateur can't fool a pro.
うん。私も風太郎くんやみんなに気づかれちゃってたし、おあいこだよ。
Oh.
そういうことでしょ？みんなに話を聞いてあげてほしいって頼まれたんじゃない？
Your guesses are good. What a big help.
うんうん。君やみんながすごく優しいから、その気持ちが伝わってきてるだけ。はあ、でも少し演技の自信なくなるな。心配かけないようにしてたつもりなのに。風太郎くんですら騙せてないくらいだしね。
We aren't filming anything here. There's no person alive who could just keep acting. Besides, it can't be easy to worry about putting on a show for us every time, right?
うん。
You said earlier that people wouldn't hear us. Would you talk to me then?
うん。君が良ければ聞いてほしい。
Of course.
実はね、昼間私がスマホで見てたのは次の仕事の台本で
Knew
なん
it.
だ。移動の時とか時間があったら目を通しておこうと思って入れておいたの。でもこの島に着いてから仕事のことを考える余裕はほとんどなかった。
Well, we had to prioritize survival, so it can't be helped.
けどさ、事務所や現場からすれば仕事にとんでもない穴を開けてる役者ってことになるよね。
Yeah? Yeah, I knew that.
私のせいで撮影が延期されたりしたら賠償問題になっちゃうかもしれない。
Compensation? It is what it is. Stuff happens sometimes, don't they? You didn't cause any trouble because you wanted to. Oh, if only it were that easy, man.
世の中はいろいろと難しいってことだよ。個人の事情よりも優先されることがあるんだ。
Exactly.
まあ、そうなったらそうなったで、クライアントと話し合って解決することになると思う。 なんとか解決できても、私や事務所の信用は下がっちゃって、これから先の仕事に影響は出るかもしれないけどね。いや、どうして風太郎くんがそんな顔するのさ。なんで怒ってるの？
I'm not mad. I'm just annoyed at how useless I am. I have no way to protect you. I can only watch you struggle here and now, and moreover, burden yourself with even more problems.
ねえ、なんで守ろうとするのかな？
Huh?
別にそれは風太郎くんの役目じゃなくない？君はあくまで家庭教師。なのに、私の女優としての立場まで心配する必要ある？
Kind of a weird backpedal compared to what we know in the manga. Because, like, the whole Futaro does care. Even if he sucks at expressing it, he does care. In fact, the reason why Ichika is in love with him is because she knows he cares. Even if he sucks at expressing it. It's the whole, like, Futaro learns to be a good man, and part of the reason why he's a good man is because he cares about things that are outside of his like his scope, if you will. Yes, he's a nerd who studies, but he understands the importance of Ichika's acting and why Ichika values it. He understands that very well. He's just not very good at appreciating her for it. He often makes fun of her because he's dorky. And he makes fun of her, but underneath his snide comments sometimes, he does care. And that's something Ichika does, and Ichika notices that. That's something that's a big part in the manga. So this is kind of a weird, like, backpedal. I don't know, it's making me have the vibes of, like, the Nino story in the other game. But it's kind of weird for Ichika to ask this kind of question to him, especially at this point of the timeline, quote unquote. I do.
へえ。どうしてあるのか聞かせてもらってもいい？
My primary goal as your tutor is to get all five of you to graduate. That's why I was hired.
うん、そうだね。
I think graduation is meant for one to find your way in life. And Ichika, you've already found your way.
もちろん、女優が私の進むべき道だよ。
Once again, this is something that they both already talked about this in the manga, so it's kind of weird that we're doing this again, but speaking like that without any hesitation, you might lose your way. There's no way I wouldn't worry.
失うって大げさだな。
But not impossible, right? Even if you don't lose it, you're gonna have some trouble that shouldn't have been there in the first place.
風太郎くんって実は面倒見がいいよね。そんなんじゃ損してばかりになるかもよ。
Yeah, that's his problem. Is because he cares too much. And because he cares too much, he has 5 girls that are all in love with him. That's his problem. Is that he cares too much. He goes too far in the whole being a good man thing that it creates other problems.
でも、ありがとう。そうやって心配して守ろうとしてくれる気持ちだけですごく励まされる。
And a major point I've pointed out in past streams is that the whole point of Sister Wars, which this game is supposedly taking place after, the whole point of Sister Wars is to teach Futaro that his actions have real consequences. And so, in his caring, like, for him, because he cares too much, and it catches the attention of all 5 sisters, the sisters fight each other for his affection. But the problem is he himself is wishy-washy during that story arc, which leads to the culture festival and why that story is what it is, because he has to choose. Because if he keeps going the way he was, the sisters will just keep fighting over him again and again. However, feelings alone cannot do anything.
いいの。だって君は 私の事情なんて一言だって知らん顔してることだってできるんだよ。
Someone else's problems? No way I'd think that. The relationship between me and them that's been built over the past year is not that shallow. But what can I do here?
うん。君に励ましてもらって元気出た。そうだよ。これは私の夢なんだから。もうダメかもなんて落ち込んでる場合じゃない。戻ったら社長と話して何とかするから、風太郎くんはそんなに心配しないでね。
Ichika.
じゃあ、この話はこれでおしまいで。お姉さんと君だけの秘密だぞ。
Got it. Oh. Only normal up.
出ることと顔が合ってないぞ。
Hey, you don't know what I'm thinking. You're just imagining things. Yeah, exactly.
そうかな。明らかに顔は放っておけないって言って。
I knew picking the sisters' involvement action should have been the right one. Yeah, you're right. My bad for not being able to keep things a secret. They believed in me and let me handle things with Ichika. How could I tell them that it was nothing?
じゃあ、こうしよう。ここでの話は終わりだけど、あとは風太郎くんに任せるよ。
Or, you know, you can talk to your sisters yourself.
虫が良すぎる話だけどさ。
Nah, it's fine. That's a huge compromise coming from you.
ずるくてごめんね。
Huh? What's with this strange feeling? She's hiding something else, isn't she? I have to tell about Ichika after breakfast. Today is the only day to make memories left. Who is it? Ah! All of you in my room, get out!
朝からすみません。もしかして風太郎、寝起き？寝癖、私が直してあげようか。
What are you doing with those fingers?
なんだじゃないわ。イチカと話はできたのですか？もしかしてまだ話聞いてない？
No, I was able to talk to her.
もしかして口止めを？なら、私たちが強引に聞き出したことにしていいわ。早く話して。
I like how they keep inching towards him.
島での生活は今日で最後なんですよ。
Ah, I got it. Get away from me. If you crowd in so close, I can't tell you.
ごめん。
Anyway, in conclusion, I was able to hear things from Ichika.
で、私たちには言うなって口止めされたと。
Why does that have to be the case? She didn't make me swear not to tell you.
だったらどうして話してくれないんですか？
Well, it's better if she just told you herself. And who's the person not giving me time to speak?
すみません。そうですか。仕事のことで。なんで言ってくれないんだろう。
I think Ichika doesn't want to make us worry too much. From what she says, there's nothing we can do about it. I bet she's thinking about her circumstances will become a burden.
じゃあ、どうしたら？
They are all... Yeah, it is. That was pretty funny.
そんなの決まってるじゃない。
Huh?
イチカ、もう起きてたわよね。今頃はリビングかしら？
What, you yelling across the house or something? Are you doing the Ichika route? That is correct. Hey, you're not possible. Wait, Nino.
揃ってどうしたの？
おはよう、イチカ。ちょっといい？待ってください、ニノ。まだみんなで話を。
Honestly, you should just open with this.
まどろっこしいのよ、そういうの。ねえ、イチカ。ストレートに言うわ。事情はフー君から聞いた。
そっか。心配させちゃってごめんね。
イチカ、あんたは確かにプロだわ。自分の働きでお金をもらって、私たちの生活を支えてくれてる立派な社会人よ。
それは褒めすぎだって。
仕事への責任感は立派だと思う。私たちを心配させたくないという気持ちもわかるわ。でも、みんなで思い出を作りたいって言ったじゃない。イチカ、仕事のことを忘れてとは言えません。ですが
ここで悩んでいても結局意味がない。
ミクまでストレートに言うね。
戻ったら私たちみんなでイチカの事務所にごめんなさいをしに行くよ。
そうよ、全部不可抗力なの。島から出られなかったのも連絡が取れなかったのもイチカが悪いわけじゃない。
Yeah, see, we get into a lot of trouble. Just open with this.
そうなんだけどね。
賠償金が必要だったら私が出す。もちろん私も出します。私もバイト増やすから5つくらいならいけるよ。任せて。
みんな、もう、お姉ちゃんを困らせないでよ。
何がお姉ちゃんよ。いつもはだらしないくせにこんな時だけ長女ぶるんじゃないわ。
I get it. I might have been thinking about things too much. That's his problem. There are times when it's better to hit it on the head like this. Ichika, that's how it is. None of them wants you to worry by yourself.
そうみたいだね。
それで何か言うことは？
黙っててごめん。戻った後、困ったことがあったら、みんなに思いっきり頼らせてもらうからね。
よし、力になりますから。お姉ちゃんのために頑張る。みんな本当に仲良しなんだね。いいなあ、5つ子って。
For sure, that's a solution that wouldn't be possible for anyone other than these guys.
みんなに話してすっきりしたら、なんだかすごくお腹空いてきちゃった。
朝ごはんできてるよ。あとはテーブルに並べるだけ。ではみんなで準備してしまいましょう。
Well, I wonder if it is actually solved.
ずるくてごめんね。
The smile on her face at that time caught my attention. What the hell did she mean by deceiving?
風太郎。
Yeah, I'm going to.
ごちそうさまでした。もやもやが晴れた途端その食べっぷり、ほんと感心するわ。
Damn. That's one way to tell her she's fat.
違います。イチカの事情が分かって安心したから食欲が戻ってきただけです。
She was basically saying that, like, you sure vacuumed up that breakfast.
あれ、ニノが言ったことと同じに聞こえるの私だけ？ねえねえ、今日はどうするの？決めてないよね。
昨日は海で泳いだし、今日は別なことがいいかしら。
私は今日も海で泳いでも OK だよ。 私は特にやりたいこともありませんし、みんなに付き合います。
Come on, guys, be more decisive than that.
私も。
じゃあ海にしよう。昨日はイチカが楽しめてなかったから。
Alright, that's a fine plan, isn't it?
そんな私は別に。
いいからここでグダグダしても仕方ないでしょ。
I mean, I made you guys do a lot of that already.
早く行こう。
今日も日差しが強いわね。絶好の海日和だね。よーし、今日も思いっきり泳ごうっと。持ってきた荷物は昨日と同じあたりに置きますね。
荷物を運んだだけでもう汗が。
ええ、早く泳ぎたいです。
パラソルとかチェアは私が準備しておくから先に遊んでていいよ。
私も準備手伝うよ。
Yep, it'll be faster if we all help out.
大丈夫大丈夫。どうせ自分が使うものだしついでにやっちゃうから。ほら風太郎くん、ライハちゃんが泳ぎたそうにうずうずしてるよ。
Got it. Thanks. It's all yours, Ichika.
了解。
さて次は何して遊びましょうか。これビーチボール持ってきたんだ。ということはまたビーチバレーね。いいわ。組み分けはどうしましょう。また上杉くんが審判というのは不公平ですし。
Then as Team Yusugi, I will pair with Raiha. That's the team with the lowest winning chance.
ちょっと待った。今度こそ私がライハちゃんと組みます。
ライハちゃんモテモテだね。このままだとライハちゃんをめぐって修羅場になっちゃうし、またくじ引きでいいんじゃない？
Except now there's an odd number.
あと今度は3人チームにするとか。それならライハちゃんと組める人が2人になるし。
Nice suggestion, Ichika.
じゃあ審判は私がやるよ。みんなはくじ引きでチームに分かれてね。ニノ、ミク、四つ葉チームといつきちゃん、風太郎くん、ライハちゃんチーム。
Yo, the other team is stacked. Nino and Yotsuba on the same team. Yeah. The other team is cooked. Yeah, our team is cooked.
ライハちゃんがいるので我慢しておきます。
Hey, don't say things that don't disturb the team balance of the game.
またライハちゃんと組めませんでした。
And the other two are mad that they're not with Fudoro.
風太郎。我ながらくじ運がないわ。
あらら、こっちのチームもう負けたみたいな空気になってるね。じゃあ1試合したらまた組み合わせを変えようか。
ええ、そうしましょう。では審判も1試合ごとに交代しましょう。
ああ、いいのいいの。審判だって楽しいし、私のことは気にしないで。
ですが、
やりたくなったら誰かに交代してもらうように頼むから。
わかりました。遠慮しないで言ってくださいね。
それじゃ試合開始。
もらった。また取れませんでした。
Damn it, I knew that us having Isuki on our team, we were gonna lose. We're getting cooked.
ニノ、ミク、四つ葉チームの勝ち。
Yeah, I figured as much.
どう？私たちの力思い知った？
Your team is stacked. Stop bragging.
全部四つ葉のおかげだけど。
Oh, as expected from Yotsuba, the Nakano family's natural-born ace. The family glutton couldn't hold her on her own down. Damn, Izuki just getting cooked. Sorry.
さあ、次のチームを決めましょう。
はいはい、くじを引いてね。
お願いします。今度こそ。
ニノ、いつきちゃん、ライハちゃんチーム、それとミク、ヨト、
Alright.
風太郎くんチームだね。
We got Yotsuba this time. We got this in the bag. Nino's like, come on. It'll be an easy win with Yotsuba on the team.
もう、なんなのよ。このくじおかしいじゃないの？
Yeah, Nino's pissed because she's not getting on Fudo's team. I expect as much.
はい、試合終了。
勝てましたね。
Wait, what? We lost? We still lost? How do we lose?
どう？私たちもなかなかやるでしょ。
But we had Yotsuba, what the heck?
二人ともすごい。
That's because Nino is actually also pretty good. She's just not as good as Yotsuba. But I swear, the joke's gonna be that Futaro is like the one who's bad. Like, he's so bad at the game.
いくら四つ葉が強かろうと、残りの二人は私たちと変わらない。だったら、その弱点をつくのは当たり前です。
Damn, aiming solely for Miku and me?
すみません。さすがに二人をフォローするのは難しかったです。
You cannot carry a team this bad. No, don't apologize. Their strategy is what won them the game.
ほらミク、飲み物。みんなもちゃんと水分補給してね。
ありがとう。
ちょっと休憩したら次の試合行ってみようか。
And then everybody's gonna notice that something's up with Ichika because she's not playing. Ichika, let me ref the next game. It's gotta be boring to do it the entire time, right?
大丈夫だって。みんなの試合見てるだけでも面白いよ。私も私なりに楽しんでるから気にしないで。
You're not acting or anything, even at a time like this, are you?
エンディ？何のこと？
Everyone would be sad if they found out that you were lying about having fun when you weren't. Everyone wants to have fun with you, Ichika, so we suggested coming here.
うん、分かってる。だからこそこれでいいんだよ。今私は思う存分楽しんでる。さっきいつきちゃんにも言ったけど、やりたくなったらちゃんと交代を頼むからさ。さて、じゃあ次の組み合わせのくじ引きしよっか。
Alright. Is Nino gonna get a turkey? Oh, what?
風太郎、
Miku?
さっきいちかと話してたよね。
Yeah, I did.
その後から浮かない顔してる。
Oh no, am I that easy to read? Hey, do you think Ichika's actually having fun?
私たちを見て笑ってた笑顔は本物だよ。だから全然楽しくないとは思わない。けどもしかしたらまだ私たちに気を使ってるのかもしれない。だから自分は遠慮して審判をやってるのかも。
Holding back, huh? Yeah. That makes sense, doesn't it? Maybe that's because we asked her about her work.
多分違う。
You don't think so? Why is that, Miku?
理由は言えないかな。一かなりに何か考えがあってのことなのかもしれないし、それにあくまでも私が感じただけだから。
She can't tell, huh? I'm not sure why, but there are some things we should be able to ascertain.
このままじゃ一緒に思い出を作れない。
Yeah, I think so too.
なんとかできないかな。何か私たちにできることがあれば。
Something we could do, huh?
私には思いつかなくて。でも風太郎ならと思って。
Alright.
何か思いついた？
Let's ask Ichika directly what she wants.
えー
Did you have to be that surprised? You guys did that this morning, didn't you? Meeting each other head on? Ichika was probably happy about that too. Although it might be kind of tasteless to try the same method again. I want to interact with her naturally, instead of acting overly aware like she is. Maybe?
風太郎、もしかして開き直ってる？
There are times where that's necessary. Come on! Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ask Ichika what's up.
お願い。
Ichika?
どうかした風太郎くん。
I'd like to ask you something. Is that cool?
改まって何？
What is it that you want to do?
ごめん、質問の意味がよくわからないんだけど。やりたいことならもうやってるよ。こうしてみんなで海に来て楽しんでる。
Is that really what you want to do?
もちろん。
Sorry, but for me, I just can't think this is what you really want.
それは君の主観ってやつじゃない？私の気持ちは私が一番わかってますからね。
As expected, she's not gonna talk easily. In that case, I've got to try a different approach. That's right, it's my opinion, so I just can't help but thinking it. Actually, there's only a little bit of time left to live on this deserted island, so I thought I'd ask everyone what they want to do.
なるほどね。私はみんなと一緒でいいよ。きっと私より面白いことを思いつくだろうし。
No, I refuse to accept an answer with such little autonomy like that one.
だったら先にみんなに聞いてみてよ。
順番よ。まずはイチカから話して。
そう。こういう時はイチカから。
Nice. Nino and Miku playing along. Good assist. See, there are others waiting. We still got 4 more, so go ahead and say it.
もう、はいはい、わかりました。私のやりたいこと、そうだな。あ、一つあった。
Good. Go ahead and say it.
覚えてるかな？修学旅行で風太郎くんがしてくれたこと。
Which one?
ほら、アルバム。修学旅行中の私たちを隠し撮りして作ってくれたでしょ？
To be fair, I was allowed to be confused. She could have been referring to the older, like the first school trip in the fall, or the Sister Wars one, which just happened. So there's technically 2 school trips. Don't say I secretly took those. I mean, you did.
ですが、あれは実際に隠し撮りでは？
Get his ass, Itsuki. Get his ass.
盗撮騒ぎにまでなってましたよね。お兄ちゃん、そんなことしたの？
No, I didn't, Raiha. I didn't secretly take any photos. All I did was take snapshots of them enjoying themselves to make some good memories, okay?
ごめんごめん。大丈夫だよ、ライハちゃん。お兄ちゃんは犯罪者なんかじゃないからね。
よかった。
Hey, we're getting off topic. So what's this album you're talking about?
うん。今度はね、風太郎くんとライハちゃんも含めたみんなで思い出のアルバムを作ってみたいかなって。
That's a very roundabout answer. Because that could mean anything.
それはとても素敵ですね。そうね。全員共通の思い出になりそうな写真はまだ大して撮ってないもの。私も賛成。ライハちゃんとの思い出が詰まったアルバムを作りたいです。私も。いちかさん、とってもいいアイデアだね。
ありがとう。ミクはどう？
私も賛成。いちかやみんなといっぱい撮りたい。
Then it's decided. The next thing we'll be doing is making a memorial album.
うん。早速始めよっか。それじゃあ、まずカメラマンは私がやるね。
So what are we gonna do about the camera? We don't really have anything stellar to take pictures with.
スマホで十分だよ。今のは性能もいいし、別に気取った写真集を作るわけじゃないんだからさ。よーし、まずは集合写真だ。みんな撮るよ。
ちょっと待って。みんな整列してください。ふうくんは私の隣ね。ライハちゃんはお兄さんの隣がいいですよね。じゃあ反対側はいつきさんね。ああ、はい、わかりました。
ちょっとフレームに入りきらないな。ライハちゃんは風太郎くんの前でどう？
わかった。
で、風太郎くんはもうちょっといつきちゃんに近づいてみて。
Like this?
これはちょっと近すぎじゃ。
じゃあ撮るよ。はい。よしよし、どうかな？みんな緊張して表情がガッチガチだ。ああ、これはもう。
そんなに？ちょっと見せて。
This is horrible.
特にいつきがひどい。
私、こんな顔ができたのですね。消してもいいかしら。いいわよね。
これはこれでいいんじゃない？ただの集合写真よりも思い出になるって絶対。
あ
Haha.
んたは写ってないからそんなことが言えるのよ。ほら、次はイチカも入りなさい。
いいのいいの。今は私がカメラマンなんだから。それに三脚もないしさ。
Look, Ichika, the trick only worked the first time.
次は何を撮ろっか。思い出だから島のあっちこっちを撮っておきたいかも。いいですね。まずは別荘をバックに1枚どうでしょう。そうね。あとはどこか景色がいいところってあったかしら。あ、映えだね。ニノがよく言ってる映えスポットを探さなきゃ。映え？
おっと、その表情いただき。
あ、そんなんいきなりですか？
いい顔だったよ。キョトンって音がしそうな可愛い感じ。
かわいいだなんて。
これは危険。
隙を見せたら取られるわ。つまりイチカと私たちの勝負？
もう勝負って何？みんな取られることを意識しすぎだよ。
What about you?
風太郎くんが作ってくれたアルバムは私たちのありのままの姿だったでしょ？ 今回も自然に普通でいいんだよ。
Even if you say that, it's difficult knowing we're gonna have our picture taken.
とりあえず自然にやってみましょう。さあ上杉さん、どうぞ。
Right. Let's see. Oh, look, Raihan, those are some very summery, cumulonimbus clouds. That's totally how you say that word.
本当だ。すっごく大きいね。
夏らしいね。
まるで雲のお化けみたいだわ。わーいわーい。ふわふわの綿菓子みたいですよ。
みんな余計ギクシャクしてるよ。
あんたは仕事で慣れてるからそんなこと言えるのよ。取られると分かってて普通にしてるなんて無理だから。アルバム作りって意外と難しいのかもしれないね。上杉くんが隠し撮りで作ったのは正解だったのかもしれません。
Oh, she's talking about me sneaking photos again? She really holds grudges, huh?
いちかの凄さがよくわかった。
お、嬉しいこと言われちゃった。ちょっとお姉ちゃんとしての威厳がアップしたかな。
どうしましょう。このままではアルバム作りが進みませんね。
If you can shoot from a distance, we won't be aware of the camera. If we do that, maybe we can work something out.
スマホのカメラじゃ遠距離は厳しいんじゃないかしら。
じゃあいっそ撮られてるぞーって感じにしてみる？
What do you mean?
グラビア撮影だよ。せっかく水着着てるんだしさ。
Why you gotta do that to me?
そんなこと私にはできません。
大丈夫。モデルは風太郎くんだから。
What?
おやー、自分は関係ないと思った？グラビアは女の子だけのものじゃないよ。男女平等に決まってるじゃん。よーし、ではみんなのお手本に風太郎くんのグラビア撮影をしちゃおう。
What? I better save here.
セーブするね。ゲームデータ上書きしていいの？
I better not pick the wrong choice here. I only have 3 stars. The show me how it's done sounds like the right answer. Show me how it's done then. I'll take the pics.
却下です。モデルはカメラマンに従ってください。
Listen, think logically here. There's no demand for my sexy photos.
そう？あるとこには。
Damn! Just calling them out!
ちょっといつかこっち見ててくれる？
Damn, just calling them out!
あるんじゃないかな。
Those reactions sure are troubling.
とにかく今は私のターンです。風太郎くんに発言権はありません。ごめん、今は話を合わせて。みんなの緊張をほぐすためなんだ。
So that's how it is, huh? It can't be helped then. I'll cooperate. Wait, what?
撮影再開。
No, that is some... that... I don't know anything about being sexy other than magazine covers. What should I do?
自分を解放するんですよ。自分の中
No, I refuse to believe that was the wrong choice.
ロードするよ。
That was the wrong choice?
ゲームデータをロー
That gave... No, that is some weenie dog nonsense. Okay, fine, you better draw my charm is the right answer. I thought this was gonna be the right answer, you know, like... I thought it was gonna be the right answer because it would be, like, playful, like... him and Ichika, like Futaro and Ichika being like, come on, like, if I have to do this, then you can show me how it's done, kind of thing. But like, fine, you better draw out my charm, okay? I had to cheat. I'm sorry, guys. But that frustrated me that that was the wrong answer. I wonder if you'll be able to grasp this charm of mine.
もちろんだよ。君のいいところだったらたくさん知ってるもん。
Oh, that's the logic. Okay, I see how it is.
こういう時に話を合わせてくれるところとか。ね。
Huh? What do you mean?
これでみんなの緊張をほぐせればと思ってさ。ありがとね、合わせてくれて。
I thought it would be easier for everyone to follow suit if I took action first. I see. It was the same with Ichika.
では撮影再開。風太郎くん、よろしくね。
I don't know anything about being sexy other than magazine covers. What should I do?
上杉さん、自分を解放するんですよ。自分の中の夏をババーンと。
自分の中の夏
Leaving aside Yotsuba's advice, which isn't really advice, like this.
おお、いいね。肩からのラインがセクシーだよ。
Just want to see something. Okay, see, I needed that way up there because I'm not even at 5 stars for that yet.
じゃあ、ポーズを変えてもらえる？今度は自分が好きなポーズで。
The pose I like. The pose of looking at a vocabulary flashcard.
うんうん、個性が出てていいぞ。
単語帳って。お兄ちゃん。考える人のようなものでしょうか。美術的に考えると。
一華監督、次はかっこいいポーズを。
You have request?
それいただいちゃいましょう。さあ、かっこよく決めちゃって。
You have any idea how, like, ambiguous that is? A cool pose? Cool pose. How about this one? Air glasses.
いかがでしょう、ミクさん。リクエストにはお答えできましたか？
もう一声。
Hey, Miku!
じゃあ次は流れるようにポーズを変えてみよっか。もちろんかっこよさを意識して。
Then you do like the fake throw shades. Like it's flowing? Yo, ha, ha, ha!
上杉さんが踊ってます。まさかこれは伝説の上杉流ダンス術では？ダンス術？もう四つ葉、変なことを言って笑わせないでください。あれはもう風くん自身も何をしているか分かってないわね。
I wonder what gave him away.
よーし、一通り笑わせてもらったし、次の撮影プラン行ってみようか。
I'll give you a laugh, you say. And then what are we gonna do now?
では風太郎くん、ニノに思いっきり水をかけて。
Huh?
いいからいいから、思いっきりやっちゃって。
Ay!
いいよ、じゃんじゃんかけて。
もういきなり何するのよ、風くん。
Well, they were Ichika's instructions. Hey, stop it.
いやよ、やられたら倍にして返すのが私流なんだから。
いいね、夏の浜辺にふさわしいシチュエーションだよ。
なんで私まで撮ってるのよ。
風太郎くんがお手本見せてくれたでしょ。ここからはみんなも一緒に撮っていくからね。
だったら先に言いなさい。
ほらほら、止まってないで、もっと水をかけ合って。
You got it.
やったね、ふうくん。
Haha, this is revenge for before.
じゃあお返しのお返しよ。
よーし、お次はさっきとは違って静かな夏をテーマに行こうか。二人で手をつないで波打ち際を微笑ましく歩いている絵なんてよくない？
なんで私に聞くの？
ここは風太郎くんとミクのツーショットがいいかなって。
え？
I think a two-person shot is supposed to be a little different from this, right?
風太郎、カメラマンの指示は絶対。
Damn. You got caught. Right, you really are getting into it.
おお、予想通り絵になるな。ミクみたいな感じの子が積極的に行くシーンってグッときちゃう人も多いと思うんだよね。
そうかな。
どうですか、男性代表風太郎くん。
Well, let's see. I guess I like to cheer them on, doing their best and all that.
いいね、この雰囲気。時間帯が夕方だったらもっとロマンチックになるのにな。さて、風太郎くんはそろそろ撮影でお疲れかな。お疲れだよね。
What are you planning this time?
四つ葉、今すぐ風太郎くんを寝かせて、砂のお布団をかけてあげて。
休憩時間だね。オッケー。上杉さん、どうぞお座りください。
You know what I kind of think is going on here? Though, because they did mention Sister Wars, since this is after that moment, Ichika is kind of making this album so that she can kind of have a memory of him. In a way. Because once they go back, once, you know, she goes back to work, once, you know, things start moving forward, Ichika has to be okay with, like, not having him. Even though she's still in love with him, she has to be okay with the fact that she can't have him. And so, maybe she's making this album just to make herself feel better. Whoa! You are really strong.
はい、そのまま横になってくださいね。
She just toppled his ass. Alright, because the director's orders are absolute.
では、ベッドメイキングをさせていただきます。
Wow, the sand is piling up so quickly on top of me.
はい、一丁上がりです。
さすがの手際だね。これで風太郎くんもまな板の上の恋ってわけだ。
What kind of comparison is that?
みんなも風太郎くんのお布団をアレンジしてあげていいよ。
はーい。じゃあ上にお山を作っちゃおうかな。手伝いますよ。どうせなら富士山並みのを作っちゃいましょう。
Stop! No more! It's too heavy! The sand is too heavy!
これは魔王上杉さんが封印されし山脈。こんなところにあるとは思いませんでした。行きましょう、勇者ライハちゃん。舞踏家四つ葉がお供します。
What kind of story did you just start? Oh, I'm in quite a pickle. That dang Ichika. Huh? Is that Itsuki sleeping in a chair? She's having a pleasant nap to herself, even though there are people in trouble. Hey, Itsuki?
おやおや、これはいつきちゃん溺れちゃったんじゃない？
Huh?
大変だ。これは迅速な手当てが必要だ。 風太郎くん、今すぐ人工呼吸を。軌道を確保して大量の空気を送り込んで。
What are you getting your panties in a bunch about? She's just sleeping.
ほら早く早く、マウストゥマウス。
I said.
何ですか、騒がしいですね。
いつきちゃん、あなたは溺れてたところを風太郎くんに助けてもらったの。え？今人工呼吸するからおとなしくしてね。
はい。そんなわけないじゃないですか、いちか。
バレちゃった。
Obviously, there's no way a blatant lie would work. Come on!
ありがとね、風太郎くん。結構いい写真がいっぱい撮れたと思うよ。
And not a single one with her in it. Hey, Ichika, about that. You've been the photographer the entire time, right? Let's switch here pretty soon. If we don't get any pictures of you, it won't be a very good memorial album.
ごめんね、わがままなんだけど、もう少しだけやらせてもらえるかな。私って普段は撮られる方で演技に集中してるでしょ。だからこの機会に撮る方の気持ちを勉強しようと思って。本当ごめんね。でもあとちょっとだけ私の勉強に付き合ってよ。さあ、そろそろお昼だし、一旦別荘に戻ろう。いつきちゃんがお腹空いたって暴れ出しちゃうかもしれないよ。
Yeah, sounds good to me. Come on, I'm surprised no one else caught on to this. Like, Ichika did the same trick again. Oh. Why are we going from Itsuki's perspective?
今日は騒ぎすぎて、いつもよりお腹が空きました。ええ、だからお昼をたくさん食べてしまったのです。決して食べ過ぎなわけではありません。
Just trying not to get caught.
それに、ようやく食料を切り詰める生活とはお別れなわけですから。はあ、早く島を出て夏の新作スイーツを食べ歩きしたいですね。いちか、そういえば早々に食事を切り上げてましたね。またスマホを見てる。みんなと話し合って少しは不安を軽くできたと思ったのですが、私は他の姉妹が困っていたら全力で支えたい。そんな子供っぽい気持ちではどうにもならない社会の厳しさというものがあるだろうことは分かっています。それにいちか。
おいつきちゃんか。どうしたの？
疲れてしまいましたか？ぼーっとしていたようですが。
ああ、違うよ。さっき撮った写真を整理してたんだ。ほら見て。最初はみんなぎこちなかったけど、だんだんいい笑顔をするようになってるでしょう。もちろん最初のうちの面白い顔も厳選してアルバムに載せたいけどね。あ、でもいつきちゃん的には集合写真の変顔はなかったことにしたい感じかな。
いちか、あなたもそろそろ写真を撮ってもらったらどうでしょう。私や他のみんなにカメラマンを任せて上杉くんとも一緒に。私だけでなくみんなもきっとそう思っています。
Yeah, see, but this is where, like, Ichika she has to be honest about it. It's the reason why she took the pictures is because she just wanted to have a memory of him, but she wants to come to terms that she can't be with him.
ちゃんとライハちゃんや上杉くんとも一緒に思い出を作らないと。素敵な提案をしてくれたあなたが心から笑っていないアルバムなんて意味がありません。
But it's not that simple.
ねえいつきちゃん、そんなに気にすることないよ。ただ私は撮るのは向いてないなって思ってただけだから。 私がスマホを見ながら落ち込んでたから心配してくれたんだよね。
そうではなくて。
やっぱプロのカメラマンってすごいや。私が撮った写真とは雲泥の差。って比べるのも失礼なくらいだよ。でもこういうのは気持ちも大切だから、気持ちは負けてない。じゃあ私スマホ充電してくるね。また後で。
いちか、あなたは本当は遠慮しているんでしょ。修学旅行のことをまだ気に病んで。
Okay, see, Itsuki's cashing
だ
on.
からミクやニノ、四つ葉や私にまで上杉君との楽しい思い出を作れるようにと気を使ってくれている。
Okay, see, what Itsuki's probably getting at is that, like, Ichika feels guilty that she ruined their school trip. And her wanting to, like, oh, she wants to take pictures of Futaro with everyone else is because they didn't get the chance to do that. When Futaro had, well, in the manga what happened was he had Maida, like, take the sneak pics. Well, Maida and the other guy, what's his name? I can't remember the other guy's name. I cannot remember his name. But basically, he had both of them help him take photos. So kind of all three of them took photos. But they were, like, pretty good at being subtle about it. Well, Maida's the one who sucks at it. That was kind of the joke. That Maida was terrible at being subtle, so he got caught. But the other two didn't. But Futaro made that, like, he allowed them to have memories with each other, but he wasn't in those photos. Ichigo probably noticed that, and then she felt guilty that they couldn't have good memories with him because she was the one who made it awkward. But in doing this, she's still making it awkward because everyone else notices that Ichika's really not that, like, jazzed about this.
きっとあなたは自身にその資格はないと自分を責めているのでしょう。
さて、どうしたものか。
上杉君、少しお話をいいですか？
Sure? What's the matter? Did something happen? With a face like that, I normally assume something's happened.
いちかのことで話がみんなにも聞いてもらうべきかもしれません。
Oh, they're all here too? I see. I understand. I'll listen for now.
実は
I see. So there was a reason she devoted herself to being a photographer, huh?
ほんと女優ってくせ者よね。自分を見せないように何重にも壁を張り巡らせちゃって。
Correct. So Itsuki, you think Ichika's worried about things other than work?
はい、そうです。
Know what it might be?
心当たりはありますが、断言できるほどの自信がないのと。
It's probably correct. Just out with it. Is Itsuki looking at Miku? I see. Her face clearly has a guess why Ichika might be acting strangely, but... You can't say the reason, can you? I understand then. I won't ask. But is it a problem that you can solve on your own?
すぐには無理だと思います。でもこれは私たちでやるべきことですので。
Then I'll just keep watching. But if anything happens, talk to me right away.
ありがとうございます。それで目の前の問題はどうしましょうか。
Excuse me. The problem at hand? What do you mean?
忘れないでくださいよ。いちかが写真に写りたがらないという問題です。こうなっ に閉じ込めて強引に取りましょう。
Stop the stuff that smells of criminal activity.
縄で拘束。
No. You're scaring me.
ふうくんの時みたいにもろうかしら。
You're just making this worse as we keep going. Don't do that. And why do you guys start with the worst suggestions?
いちかが自然に写真を撮られてもいいと思える状況を作れたら一番なのですが、いちかにとって自然なのはやっぱりお仕事で撮るなのかな。
We'd be putting the cart before the horse, asking Ichika to be an actress here.
本末さんが転んじゃうんですか？
No, I'll explain what that means later. Anyway, about her work.
ふうくん？
That's right, her work. There is a way to capture Ichika.
仕事はなしってたった今言ったではありませんか。
It's fine. Just listen. I will definitely have Ichika's agreement on this.
うわぁ、上杉さんの顔が悪に染まってます。
やりすぎないでね。
Alright, let's see this big plan of his.
ライハちゃん、今の表情いただき。
へへへ、なんだかモデルさんになった気分だよ。
楽しいでしょ、こういうのも。それにしても我ながらいいものが撮れたな。風太郎くん垂涎のアルバムができそう。
You certainly have high expectations.
ああ、みんなどこに行ってたの？そろそろ午後の撮影始めようよ。
Yeah, we have something we'd like to discuss about the afternoon shoot. Right, you guys?
何？まさか今度は私にモデルになれって言いたいのかな？
That's exactly it.
でもまだ私はカメラマンとしてみんなの魅力を引き出せてないから交代はできないよ。
やはり一筋縄では行きそうにありません。こうなったらふうくんの作戦で行くしかないわ。
いつか思い出のアルバムのことなんだけど、少し中身を変えたい。
どういうこと？
もちろんこの島での思い出を残すのは当然よ。ただ他にももうちょっと別の意味を持たせたいの。
へえ、別の意味ってなんだろう？
いちかはこのまま女優のお仕事を続けていくんだよね。
それはもちろん女優が私の目指す道だから。
だったらいずれあなたは女優の中野いちかになってしまいます。みんなの中野いちかに。
だからその前に5つ子のいちかとしての写真集を作りたい。作らせてほしい。
私たちだけが知っているいちかを残させて。
これから先いちかが世界的な女優になったとしても、私たちは5つ子で、いちかが私たちのお姉さんであることに変わりはないよね。
その証拠に今この瞬間のいちかを残しておきたいんだ。
Can't argue with that.
そうです。5つ子のいちかを確かなものとして残しておきたいのです。
みんな
なんだか妙にカッコつけて言ってしまいましたが、こういうものはちゃんと伝えるべきでしょ。いつか言えなくなっちゃうかもしれない。そんなの想像したくないけどね。そんな感じなんだけど、どうなの？
参っちゃったな。私はさ、みんなと姉妹であることはずっと変わらないって思ってた。だって5つ子だもん。なのに、なんだろう、 その事実にちょっと甘えちゃってたのかな。そしてその甘えがみんなを余計に不安にさせちゃってたんだね。お姉ちゃんなのにダメダメだな、私。
そんなダメな姉をフォローするのも妹の務めよ。
Ah, got
という
caught.
かダメダメじゃないイチカはイチカじゃないと思う。
でも部屋の掃除はしてほしいかな。そうですね。せめて洗濯物は出してください。
うん。ありがとね、みんな。あと、
イチカ、私たちが聞きたいのはそれじゃないわ。
そっか。みんなにここまで言われときながら嫌だなんて言えるわけないよ。今日、この瞬間の中野いちかをみんななりに切り取って私に見せてほしい。私がみんなにとってどんなお姉ちゃんなのかを。
イチカ、
ふふん、任せなさい。最高に映える写真を撮ってあげるから。うん、映えだね。プロのカメラマンの方々にも気持ちは負けませんよ。
だね、気持ちが大事だもんね。ところで、さっきからドヤ顔してる風太郎。
Because my plan worked. Don't worry about me.
どう見ても黒幕なポーズをして何言ってるのかな。
お兄ちゃんみんなの後ろで腕組んで悪い顔してたもんね。
I don't know what you're talking about.
で、風太郎くんの入れ知恵だね。
I don't know what you're getting at. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's right.
やっぱりね。まったくもう、少しは隠そうとしたらどう？
That better not be the wrong answer. I'd just be outed by Yotsuba or something after. I don't think it would go this well, though.
では、
It was the wrong answer, come on!
急ぎましょう。もうあと半日しかありませんよ。
Yeah. I can't believe that was the wrong answer. I picked the wrong answer again. Alright, the afternoon is so sunny. What a wonderful time for a photo shoot.
それじゃあ、まずはイチカの水着の写真ね。撮ってなかったもの。
私以外は誰も水着じゃないの？一人で水着はなんだか浮かれた人みたいで寂しいかななんて。
Well, if you got involved in the previous photos, this wouldn't be a problem now, wouldn't it?
大丈夫。私とミクがいるよ。
ニノとイツキがカメラマンだから。
責任重大ですね。
Just take some pictures without worrying too much, okay? You'll be able to take more natural pictures that way.
隠し撮りしていた人の発言とは思えませんね。
How are you gonna keep talking about that?
撮影って何から始めたらいいの？
やっぱり泳ぐのがいいのかな。
泳ぐなら、まずは準備運動しないとね。1、2、3、4。
むむ。
どうしたの？
イチカ、スタイルがいい。
でも私たちって大体同じ体型だよね。ミクもイチカもほとんど変わんないよ。
そうだよ、いつごだし。
でもなんか違う。
多分だけど動きじゃない？イチカはポーズも決まってるし綺麗に見えるのよ。同じ体型だとしてもちょっとした仕草で差がつくものなのですね。
True.
そ そうだね。確かに見せ方を意識するかしないかの違いかも。何気ないポーズでもどういう意図かをきちんと表現すればそれなりに見えるんだ。例えばこんな感じで。どう？こないだ撮影した CM こんな感じだったんだ。
おお、一気に雰囲気が変わった。プロだね。よし、いい感じに撮れたわよ。
同じポーズをとっても全然違う。
そりゃや四つ葉、ポーズ取るのに掛け声は必要ないでしょ。変身でもする気？でも四つ葉さんもいちかさんと同じくらい綺麗なポーズが取れてるよ。やっぱり五つ子なんだね。
Damn, Miku feeling left out.
こんな感じ。
まだ動きに照れが残ってるかな。やるからには四つ葉くらい思い切らなきゃ。
思い切る。いちか、お願い。もう一度最初からやってみせて。
おう、うん、いいけど。こんな感じね。
おお、さすがいちか、キラキラしてるよ。ああ、やっぱり四つ葉さんとはちょっと違うかも。
ありがとね。
What? Are you embarrassed?
照れるっていうか、仕事関係なしにみんなの前で何回もやるのって恥ずかしいや。初めての感覚だよ。
取れました。
うわ、今のまで撮っちゃうの？
ええ、いちかの新しい表情を残しちゃいましょう。
Aha!
そうだね。今この瞬間の私だもんね。
Good work, Itsuki. Catch her off guard.
私もそろそろ撮って。横でポーズ決めてるだけなのは寂しいよ。
もっといちかみたいな綺麗なポーズで撮られたくなってきた。
そんな風に言ってもらえるなんてすっごく嬉しいや。
いいわよ。さあ、もっと行きましょうか。
Even Nino's getting into it. When Ichika shows her true colors, this is what happens, huh?
やはりいちかには人を引きつける魅力がありますね。引きつけ、さらに先へと引っ張っていってくれるような何かが。うまく言葉にできないのですが。
Isn't it because we're watching her from behind proceed down with her path with no hesitation?
ええ、かもしれません。あ、スマホのバッテリーがかなり減っちゃった。充電しないとまずいわね。
I guess it's someone else's turn to use their phone.
その前に写真見せて。どんな風に写ってるか見たい。
待って、
何？
ここで確認しちゃうのって味気なくない？失敗してるからって消しちゃうのも。でね、思いついたんだけど、アルバムには撮った写真を全部使うなんてどう？失敗してるのも変な顔してるのも全部。
I get it. Everyone as they really are, with no lies or falsehoods.
そういうこと。嬉しいことも悲しいことも恥ずかしいことも全部収めておくの。
そうね。それがいいわね。
消したくなるくらい恥ずかしいのもあるかもしれないけど、その気持ちだって思い出だから。
NG 集もまとめてお得なアルバムだね。ええ、これが今の私たちだと言える唯一のものとして。
うん、中野家の大切な宝物になると思うんだ。
Alright, time for the next photo shoot. Are you ready?
準備完了です。
今度は私たちがカメラマンだね。
で、肝心のイチカは？シャワーを浴びて準備してくると言っていました。そろそろ来るのでは？
お待たせ。ごめん、ちょっと準備に手間取っちゃって。
あら、着替えてきたんですね。
Well, yeah.
雰囲気変えてみようかと思って。それで次はどんな撮影プランなのかな？
せっかくだから別荘ならではの写真を撮るよ。
I'm just gonna turn the noise cancellation on because got some background noise.
コンセプトは別荘で生活しているイチカです。どうです？
Wow, that sounds pretty good.
イチカは基本的に自由に行動していいから、私と四つ葉でそれを撮っていくね。
オッケー。じゃあ早速始めちゃおっか。こうして改めて見ると、この別荘って豪華な作りをしてるよね。
I feel there's the word missing. It should say like looking at it again.
綺麗だしおしゃれだし、一年に少し使うだけなんてもったいないな。
ここは住むのが目的じゃなくて、悠々自適な生活をするための場所だからね。
のはずだったのですが。
いやー、まさかサバイバル生活をするとは思ってもみなかったよね。
電気や水にまで不自由していたらと思うとゾッとします。
イチカ、どうしたの？
ね、ちょっと提案があるんだけど、正直ちょっとコンセプトが大雑把すぎて、私一人だとやりづらいかなって。
確かにただ雑談してるだけになってるものね。ごめんイチカ、どうしたらいいかな。
だから提案、風太郎くんも手伝ってくれない？
Me? Should I bring a reflector board?
じゃなくて、君と会話しながら撮るのはどうかなって。君は別荘生活に慣れてないから、私が教えてあげてるっていう流れを撮影に取り入れるの。風太郎くんは映らなくてもいいよ。あくまで会話でお手伝いしてくれればいいから。
風太郎、お願いしてもいい？
I got it. I'll give it a shot.
ありがとう。じゃあ改めて撮影再開だね。それじゃあ話の取っかかりとして、君はこの別荘に来た時どう思った？
Alright, let me take a quick break here. Ooh. A little bit of soreness. Just sitting in one spot for too long. Okay. Also, the background noise is gone, so I can turn that off. The problem with the noise cancellation is that like certain sounds from my yeah, it blocks the background noise, but sometimes it'll block things I say. Because the mic does not read voices 100% of the time. So even things you say might get cancelled out by the noise muffler. Anyway. Well, let's see. I thought it was the ultimate luxury. I felt that before your high-rise apartment. I felt that before at your high-rise apartment too. That the world you live in is different from mine.
別にそんなことは。
However, I'm grateful for the valuable experiences that I will never have in my daily life.
そっか。だったらよかった。私たち今 人生で一番贅沢な時間を過ごしてるのかもしれないね。
いい雰囲気だね。上杉さんが会話に加わっただけでいちかの表情が柔らかくなってる。
うん。君が別荘を買うんだったらどんなところに気を使う？
If I bought a villa, I can't really imagine that, but
ほら、そこは頑張って。
first of all, I'd want a soundproof room where I can concentrate on my studies, as well as a large bookshelf with dictionaries and reference books.
別荘に来てまで勉強のこと考えてるんだ。
Yeah, he would. Nah, it's exactly times like that when studying goes really well.
はいはい。じゃあ次の質問ね。
これじゃあふうくんへのインタビューじゃない？
いちかが楽しそうですし、それも良いのでは。二人で新居を決めに来てるみたいだね。
Yo, does she know? What are you saying, Raiha? Don't take my picture among the hubbub.
ごめん、つい。
いいですよ。二人とも素敵な顔です。
I'm sorry, I got weirdly upset and caused a scene, even though they're taking pictures of you, Ichika.
いいっていいって。無理にお願いしてるのはこっちなんだから。さあ、次の部屋を見に行こっか。
Sure.
もしかして演技してる？いちか、本当は。
Miku's onto her. She knows. Is she a knower? I think she knows, though. I think she knows.
はあ、あっちこっち見て回ってなんだか疲れちゃった。
Wanna take a small break then?
そうだね。それじゃ失礼しまして。
What? You're gonna sleep?
だってベッドが私を呼んでたから。
実にいちからしい写真が撮れたよ。
こんなとこまで撮るの？
あんたらしいって意味では今までで一番だと思うけど。
She's calling her a slob.
あっちゃ反論できないや。ねえ、風太郎くんも休憩したら？このベッドふかふかで気持ちいいよ。
I don't think you are. But you're asking me to sleep. I don't think you are, but are you asking me to sleep together with you?
だってベッドの寝心地も別荘の価値を左右する重要なものでしょ？
Just by looking at you, Ichika, I should tell the beds are comfortable. That's sufficient.
本当に？寝てみなくてもわかるものかな？
I can. Aren't you making fun of people a little too much?
からかいがいがあるんだもん。
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
風太郎くんのバーカ。
I can't hear her.
うわー、上杉さん大胆ですね。顔近づけすぎ。
I guess I should be like this. Huh?
風太郎くん。
Ichika? Look, I can't screw this up. I want to get the good ending. I can't